Okay, namaste. Update on the Chandi Path that I've been reading today. I have had to have Ronald come over, and hopefully I still have my hard copy of it. And unfortunately, my whole library got put out in the garage in some big, huge boxes. Anyway, the one that I was reading that's online, it looks like they have taken this and divided it up between the 10 Mahavidyas, okay? And rather than go through the 10 Mahavidyas in all of this is a very, very long text, the one they have up there. I have him looking to see if we can find the hard copy, Chandi Path. And if I find it, then I will continue to read because really what I want to get to the point, and I'm not finding that point in this online text, where Durga compresses into Kali, and that Kali is doing the thing with Chanda and Mundi, where she is fighting those two particular ideations. And so the basic thing that it's telling is that Max Raj, quit. Yes, I know you hear him out there in their garage. I know there's somebody out there. They're going to just start barking. But anyway, the part I wanted to get to is the part that Kali is compressed and fighting, and again she cuts off the head of one demon, whether it's anger or envy or whatever it is, that thought. You know, what happens is the blood, when it comes out, it hits the ground and it once again grows into more thoughts and more thoughts and more thoughts. So this is why, you know, you have to do the practices to nip this in the bud. Okay, to get to a still mind. And if you can nip the thoughts in the bud, and one, you know, lessens those thoughts, every one she gets rid of, you know, that's attached to an emotion, that's attached to another drama. That's why you have the path. That's why you have the practices to cut through these layers, okay? Cut through these layers of dramas until you get to the point where the mind has stilled enough that one can enter into that death before death, which is again that liberation of ego. When she cuts the head of ego, there is that liberation. But first she has to go through all of these other thoughts and dramas of, again, anger and envy and, you know, all of the other things that come up, okay? So hopefully he finds that. If he doesn't, then I might have to go back and do the other one, because I think we're up to Matangi. So I wasn't really planning to go through all the 10 Mahavidyas today, but all the 10 Mahavidyas, again, if you understand Tantra, you'll understand Kali and her 10 aspects, 10 forms, the 10 Mahavidyas, okay? And each one of those deals with a different aspect of reality or a different aspect of consciousness, okay? So maybe one of these days we'll get into I'll talk on the 10 Mahavidyas and what each of them does, what each of them, you know, and again, Kali is a very integral part of this path. You know, it's not worshiping an externalized form. It's about understanding that all the forms, Kali, the Mahavidyas, etc., are all forms of energy. They're all forms of different types of awareness of consciousness. Okay? And that's what one enters to proceed on the path. Okay, there are various things that are given which aid in that journey. Okay, so again, we can talk on that more later. But for now, I'm going to close this out, and hopefully that book, that text is still around somewhere. Okay. And then we'll get back to it. If not, well, I've given it to you here in a quick nutshell, but I would actually like to read the rest of the text to you because it does have a wonderful depth to it. I did look online to see, about finding that particular Chandi Path, but now it is so expensive. I saw where they actually had one of the books online for like $3,000 and the cheapest I found online was like 60 something, $70, and most of them were like $150, $200 now. That's how, it's difficult to find that text anymore. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful text. If you happen to have one, hang on to it. If you can happen to find one for a decent price, grab it. Because really, I think it's one of the very best texts out there as to what the path entails to go forward to realization. Okay, so I will leave this out there. Namaste, and hopefully, I hope he doesn't go through that whole box and it's not out there, because it's a huge, huge undertaking. So all I can do is say thank you for doing that, to look for that, but we'll see if he finds it. So namaste, have a great day, everyone.